All right, we out here just taking a little stroll. But I wanted to give this quick message. Stop pretending to be like everyone else. What do I mean? It is time for the gods and the devils to rise. What do I mean? Regardless whether you label yourself a god or a devil, an Olympian or a Titan, regardless of the lifestyle, regardless of your path, you cannot do what other people do and expect to succeed. There is a reason we are on this earth plane. We are not here to show forth human shit. We are here to show forth our supernatural ability. Not to show the world that is possible, but to show each other that is possible. We do not come in the name to wake up people who never intended to wake up. We come in the name of those who can hear the message, who can listen between the words, and it resonates deeper within. Let's go beyond the mundane. Let's go beyond the physical. The way our genetics are structured, the way our DNA is coded, is for us to be supernatural. Just because we see the world doing worldly shit, focus on worldly problems, we are not, or I don't want to say we are not able. We should not allow ourselves to think for a second that we are ever subjected to those rules and regulations. What do I mean? We should not think for a second that we have to do anything that anyone else does because they have proven that way to work. What do I mean? Most people do the same shit. Most people have a herd mentality. Most people are in a group thinking consciousness. Most people are not individuals. Most people do not have their own minds. Most people are not doing what we are capable of doing. We rule the world. Excuse me. We rule the world. And by the world, I'm not talking about the mundane. I'm not talking about what people do all day, every day. I'm talking about what they don't see and what they don't do. We have complete access to this. There is a reason why occult science is even a thing. Why has this information been passed down from generation to generation to age to age? For no reason. People have died over this shit. People are giving their lives. People have sacrificed it all for us to know what we are capable of doing in this world. And for us to throw this away as if it means nothing because we want to do what humans do. We suffer when we do that because we are under different rules and regulations. We suffer when we are not embodying our God consciousness. We suffer when we are not embodying the devilishment. Some are here to do the will of God. I said this before. Some are here to do the will of the devil. Polarity exists. It does not matter what plane you are on. Polarity will exist. So it don't matter if you are seeing wickedness or godliness. It is both, or both of these energies are necessary. They are absolutely necessary. So do not get caught in the bullshit that the world shows us. It is absolutely necessary to keep those who have no mind concentrated on things that allow their world to exist. What do I mean? Watch the movie Dark City again. It came out in 1998, 1999, before The Matrix even came out. Everybody is crazy over The Matrix, right? We all know about The Matrix. Who the fuck knows about Dark City? What is the difference? Why do I even bring up Dark City? Because in the movie, it showed how everyone's memories were being switched with everyone else. So one day you're another person, then another day you're someone else. But no one seemed to, it didn't click that the son didn't even rise anymore. That's why it's called Dark City. The sun didn't even rise anymore, and no one noticed except the one who broke away from that collective consciousness, as they call Marduk. And we already know Marduk, it's a form of Thoth, 50 names of Marduk, so on and so forth. Why? We all have this blueprint within us that activates on its own, but we can speed it up if we embrace what the ancestors have given us, have sacrificed for us, right? Think about it this way. Think about it this way. Most of us, most people that look like me, born in America with dark skin, most people that look like me don't feel like they have a connection to South America, don't feel like they have a connection to Central America, right? All they think about is Africa. They don't think like, the Americas, North America, including Canada, South America, and Central America, all one family. We don't view each other as one family. We are all within the Americas, right? Of course, I'm talking about the people that are actually in the Americas. Of course, there are people that watch from different parts of the world. But somehow, we're all separated, we're all divided, as if we're enemies towards each other. Not realizing that without each other, we fail, because this is not something that a person can do on their own. Stop pretending to be like everyone else, just because it may fatten your pockets, just because it may make you feel good, just because it may make you feel like you're somebody in this mundane illusion that means nothing in the grand scheme of things. People sacrifice it all for nothing. However, if you have a greater consciousness, if you know that there's more to life than Malkuth, for those who study the Kabbalah, if you're actually trying to work your way up the tree or down the tree, if you work with the clip off, whether you're working your way up the tree or down the tree, you have to go either up or down. But when you hit those sephiras, those spears of consciousness, they rip things away from you that no longer need to be there, including this mundane consciousness that we all seem to get a bite of. We will not know who we are until we show forth our power. Until you show forth your power. You may be a Martian, right? You may be from Pleiades. You may be from Sirius. You may be from Draco. You may be from any one of the 88 constellations. Each of the 88 constellations has a secret or special ability. So when we embody these physical shells, depending on which constellation you're from, you have a special ability that you are supposed to manifest, which is called your true will. You manifesting your true will is you acknowledging your origins, your cosmic roots, as well as your earthly roots. So when I speak about earthly roots, we are not limited to a land mass. If you are in the Americas, you should explore all the Americas. You should not look at these people as different people. However, we do, because we're still thinking like savages, like animals, like we just can't get along. Not realizing that if we don't do this, then it will be our own fault. It will be our own punishment that we're subjected to, because we're not performing our duty. Because if we look out into the world and we try to judge what we're supposed to do in life based off what other people are doing, we're going to fail every single time, because we are not them. We actually have a mind. You don't just have a mind because you have a brain. Let's make this perfectly clear. You don't have a mind because you have a brain. You have to develop your mind. You have to build your mind. You have to become a mastermind. That's not something that's given to you because you have a physical shell. That's something that has to be developed. over years and years and years and years. That's not something that you just have. So most people in this world do not have a mind, do not have an individual consciousness because you have to develop it. You're not going to develop an individual consciousness going to school, going to college, being around other people doing whatever the fuck they're doing. That's not how you develop into an individual, doing your own thing, being your own boss, being your own God, being your own devil. You have to go within yourself. By within, I'm not talking about the physical shell. You must reconnect with your cosmic origins. Well, someone may say, well, how do you know which of the 88 constellations you're from? Well, this is why you have spiritual tools, so that you can find out that information. There should be no question that you cannot answer if you truly practice this lifestyle properly. You should be able to answer any question that comes to you, whether you're using the tarot, whether you're using the Kabbalah, whether you're using alchemy, Hermeticism, any occult science should enable you to answer these questions that cannot be answered by anyone. No one can tell you this, but you can answer it for yourself by connected to your own subconscious mind, by connected to the collective unconscious through your dreams. All these questions can be answered and utilized if we activate what's already within us. What do I mean? Most people don't respect dreams. Most people don't dream because they don't respect them. They just like, oh, this is just the brain filtering through information that we experience through the day. Most people have no idea the significance of dreams, how it connects you to the collective unconsciousness. And if you can resonate with the archetypes of the collective unconscious, then you start to develop and build yourself as an individual. Because the collective unconsciousness is filled with archetypes that we all resonate with. So when we have dreams and we're like, okay, I saw a snake, I saw this, I saw that. These are collective symbolisms that we all resonate with, that have a message, that have some type of input on your reality. They're actually trying to help you and assist you in your life. Not just some shit that your brain is filtering through, but you have to activate your brain. You have to know all of these things mean something. They all matter. They can help you reconnect with your cosmic origins and your earthly origins. Your crown chakra all the way down to your root chakra. Remember, we can project through our chakras. We actually do project through our chakras. Most people project through their solar plexus. Of course, most people don't know that because they're not studying. They're too busy doing other shit. But when you fully commit yourself to this, you gain information that no one else has. So you can do things that no one else can do. I can do things that no one else can do, unless they have studied what I have studied, unless they have put the work in I have put in. If you have not put that work in, then you can't do it. But what allows us to do it is because we study. We seek the information, we study the information, we put it into action, then we reflect on it. When we reflect on it, then we can build a culture around that understanding that we have developed based on personal experience. It's as simple as that. We need that personal experience. This is why I encourage you to explore the dark. Do not limit yourself to the light. Explore the dark. You have to be full in your consciousness. That means you must explore the godliness of yourself and the devilishness in yourself. You have to explore yourself holistically. You cannot neglect your shadow. Study Carl Jung or Carl Jung. The shadow, you cannot neglect it. You must integrate with it. Integration with your shadow is the key to success, not separation from it, not putting it over there across the fucking street. It has to be right where you are, working as an ally, not an enemy. Most people's shadows are enemies because they do not accept themselves fully. You need to accept that you are a god and a demon, that you can fuck some shit up and you can heal. You can kill some shit and you can heal some shit if necessary. Why? Because if a motherfucker come in your door, what are you gonna do? You have to bring out them demons. But if someone comes to you seeking wisdom, then you can bring out the godliness. We have to be holistic, but we're not taught this because we have to learn this on an individual level. No one can teach you this. You have to work with these spirits by yourself, alone. Work with these spirits alone, especially the darker spirits. Don't be around other people when you do this work. I'm speaking from personal experience. If people are not developed enough when you're working with darker energies. It will bring things out of them that they're not ready to experience. But if you are properly trained, because you already know that you can handle some shit that most people cannot, because you already knew that in your heart. That's why you walk the path you walk. You're like, I can handle this shit. If you can wield the power of the demons, if you feel you can tame the demon, then you should do so. Be King Solomon. What did he do? He realized that he could not use his two hands to build this temple. He had to tame demons, ancestral energies. He had to tame these motherfuckers, these bad, wicked motherfuckers that don't want to listen to shit, right? Taming the motherfuckers. That's why we know the story of King Solomon, right? Dealing with this dark energy has changed my life, as it should. That's what it's supposed to do. That's why most people are afraid of it, because it actually shows you the pureness of yourself. It shows you yourself in your purest light. You think you're a calm person till you start working with demons, and they show you that wickedness that was already within you. Like, God damn, I didn't even know I had that within me. You goddamn right you do. But it must be controlled. It ain't for you to sick it out on anybody, anywhere. You have to control it. Tame the demon, as King Solomon did. So he didn't say, let me go work with these angels. He said, let me go fuck with these demons. That's why you have the greater keys and the lesser keys. You can say the greater keys of Solomon are angels, but the lesser keys are demons. He didn't just prefer angels. He worked with them both, right? 72 greater keys, 72 lesser keys, 72 angels, 72 demons. Simple as that. That's a lot of motherfuckers. 72 plus 72 is what? 144, right? We know that number, 144,000, the 144 chosen ones. That means it's 700 or 72,000 angelic and 72,000 demonic. But this is science. If you don't know the codes, it's going to go right over your head and you're going to see it on face value. It's not going to make sense to you. You're not going to see yourself as King Solomon. King Solomon is you. We have the ability to do what he did if you can tame what he tamed. If you are powerful enough to tame these demons, because we don't need to talk about angels. You know what I mean? When we talk about angels, it ain't really about your power level. Your power level comes into effect when you deal with those darker spirits that will fuck your life up. But they're not going to fuck your life up because you're different, because it's in your DNA. It's like you're kin to the jinn. You're kin to the jinn. If you're kin to the jinn, then I'm like, oh, what's up, brother? Or what's up, sister? They're like, oh, what's long time no see type shit. You need some help? Yeah, let me help you with that. But most people have fear. So that same energy or that same demon or that same angel that will assist you, that will, talk to you as if you are kin, will scare the fuck out of you if you show fear, because that's the law. Because it will feed on your fear if you have it. And if you don't, then you get respect. It's the same way you see a lion right now in front of you. If you fear, it's going to tear your ass up, and it will. But if you have no fear, like I will tear your ass up, I don't give a fuck that you're a lion, then that lion will back the fuck up. That's how it works. That's how nature works. If they don't sense fear within you, then they don't react the way that we think they would react. This is all about fear. It's the same thing with anybody. You walk to any group of anybody, fearless, they will move the fuck out the way. But if you are, trying to be sneaky and shit, you're going to get hit in the fucking face. That's with any life, any area of life, you cannot have fear. But how do you alleviate fear if you have it? You have to work with darker energies. Because if you are afraid of it, you need to go through it. You need to work with it. But most people will never do it because they feel that they will open up doors that cannot be closed. That's not necessarily all the way untrue. Yes, you're going to open doors that cannot be closed, but it's the exact doors that need to be open for you to fully understand yourself. It's for you to not be 50% with your work, for you to be 100%, for you to not have a preference, for you to work with whatever energy you need to work with to get to where you need to get to in life. So if you need to work with a demon, you're going to work with one. If you need to work with an angel, you're going to work with one. You don't have a preference. It's all about what needs to be done, what needs to be accomplished. Everyone else is not doing this. Everyone else does not have this understanding. Everyone else is not courageous enough to put this into effect, to learn for themselves. And even if you decide this is not for me, at least you have the experience to back up your conclusion instead of taking someone else's word for it. We have to develop our own experience. If we don't, we're going to be taking other people's word and never making progress. The foundation has already been laid by the ancestors. We already have all the science. It's our job to decode it. It's already here for us. We already have infinite books, infinite systems. It's already here for us. The hard work is already done. It's our job to integrate it. We got to go to Africa, go to India, go to Asia, South America, North America, Australia. We go all around the world, learning these spiritual systems, implementing these spiritual systems, because they are all a piece or a part of us. When you recollect yourself by taking back this occult information and decoding it and unlocking it, because it's different when you do it, because it's connected to your DNA, because you're different. So it's different when you work with demons or angels versus someone else. Because when it's in your blood, when you are kin to the jinn, you have a different experience when someone who is not. Someone who prefers angels, they don't want to work with demons, so of course they're never going to have the experience. You, on the other hand, not being afraid to see yourself in your darkest light. That's why I say go away from people. If you really want to see yourself, the fullness of yourself, you want to see how demonic you can possibly get, you need to see that for yourself. You need to learn yourself inside and out, because you may one day need to bring out that fucking demon to save your life or to save someone else's life. You never know what situation or challenge you may be placed in front of. I can speak for myself. I've worked with these energies before, and I ran into situations that was getting pretty violent. I can speak for myself. I've worked with energies. Walk out the house, I'm thinking I'm about to get a bag of chips at the gas station or some shit, right? Doing full-blown rituals and shit. Walk out the house, I'm like, oh, I forgot my keys, whatever. Turn around, it's a dude and a chick fucking arguing, and the dude is running up on a woman about to beat her ass. I'm like, oh shit. She's like, call the cops, call the cops. I'm like, God damn, I'm right here. All right, then, well, of course, what am I gonna do? I have to stop the dude, so I have to get in front of this dude so that he don't bust his fucking woman's face open. So yes, I'm stopping fights and shit. I'm like, oh, what happened? Oh, I'm doing demonic work. Do you rise to the challenge? Because I could have easily folded, turned my back, wait for the cops. No, I stopped the situation, so by the time the cops got there, they didn't have shit to do. Because what happened? I already alleviated the situation because I didn't have no fear. I'm like, all right, if I gotta fight somebody, whatever, I'm already ready. I know what I'm doing, right? But it didn't happen. Why didn't it happen? Because when I stepped, I didn't ball up my fist. I didn't threaten the person. I stood in his way and I just looked in the eye. He didn't ever lift a finger to move me out the way or try to do nothing. He ran away. This is real shit. All I had to do was block and put my hands up like, yo, you ain't doing that. That's it. No force. He didn't use any type of force to try to stop or move me. But this is real shit. I'm just telling you real life shit, right? But you gotta be prepared for it. But here I am serving the warning. It's not gonna always be pleasant. It's not gonna always be nice. It's gonna be real mischievous. And it's gonna, some people's feelings are gonna get hurt. You're gonna go through a lot of hardship. I went through a lot of hardship working with these demons because they are angry and aggressive and volatile. They don't give a fuck about any of that shit that you're going through. So you have to tame them. That's why you have the seals. You have to embody it, right? So there's nothing else for you to do but embody the energy if you can tame it. If you are demonic enough, if you are more connected to your ancestral roots, if you want to go deeper into your ancestral roots, you have to work with the darker energies. There's no fucking way around this shit. You want to connect to your cosmic origins, then work with the angels. But you need both because it is a full chakra system from the crown all the way to the root, from the angelic all the way to the demonic. You need them both. Utilize them both. Don't have favoritism. We have all 144 energies, 72 angels, 72 demons. We have them all. We can access them whenever we need to. But you have to have personal experience. Because when I was working with the 72 Goetia, I know what the actual definition was. You know, okay, well, this demon does this demon does that. But when I actually work with them personally, it can be some completely other shit. So I'm like, oh, this demon is for this. But when I work with them, it's making my mind work in a whole different way. Because it's based on how much have you developed your mind, right? That's going to determine how it affects you personally. So don't even worry about the descriptions. You want to know, how does this energy affect me personally? The only way for you to know is for you to work with them. You have to alleviate your fear. And that's the message. Alleviate your fear if you want to reconnect with your ancestral origins. But if you don't, then we know what happens. We have to repeat this over and over again. You have to fully accept yourself before you complete the great work. Completion of the great work, meaning you have fully accepted yourself. All 144 dimensions of yourself, the angelic and the demonic. Till next time.